Hello and welcome back to yet another video. Got something a little bit different today. Today we're not racing, we're actually looking at the rig from the outside this time. So I'm going to take you through the equipment that I use and where I do all of my sim racing. So first thing, a disclaimer, and this should all go without saying obviously, but I'm going to say it anyway. Everything that we're about to see in this video is all stuff that I've bought myself with my own money. I was not sent any of this equipment for review or otherwise. I bought all of this stuff for myself with money that I earned from my 9-to-5 job. I'm not a full-time YouTuber, I just do this as fun on the side. I know that might seem stupid, but just to get that out of the way, just to clear up any confusion before it happens. So first things first, I guess it makes sense to start with the rig, and the rig that I use is a Playseat Trophy, which is it's absolutely not the best rig in the world, but it certainly gets the job done. The reason why I chose this rig is because I wanted something that was not too invasive in my space. I don't have the biggest space available for a rig, so something like this just seemed like it was the right sort of shape and size, and also it looks quite nice. Now, with the benefit of hindsight, I think I would have just chosen a aluminium profile rig. The reason for this is that there's not actually a huge amount of size difference between them. That was an error on my part, but this certainly gets the job done for now. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world, it doesn't come with a whole lot of adjustability, so it's definitely not a long-term solution in my opinion. For those who know and have this, you'll know what I'm talking about. I have made a small modification, which is the popular towel mod. Obviously the lumbar support on this is not brilliant. It does come with a strap which on its own is largely useless, so to improve this, I just stuffed a towel down the back.
That's what she said!
Just to make it a little bit more comfortable and provide a little bit of support in the lower back region, which thankfully it's done, but I will be looking to upgrade this at some point in the future. So if we move on to what I've got mounted on the rig, let's start with the wheelbase. I have the VRS DFP 15, which is a 15 Nm direct drive wheelbase, which is absolutely phenomenal. Prior to this, I had a Fanatec CSL DD with the upgraded 8 Nm power pack, which was brilliant as well. And the only real reason that I moved away from that was because I didn't want to be part of the closed Fanatec system and have to start dealing with a lot of the workarounds to be able to mount different kinds of wheels. I wanted to have a lot more freedom, and the NRG style quick release on the VRS allows me to do that easily. At the moment, I do only have the one wheel, which is the VRS R295. That came bundled with the wheelbase, and it's a phenomenal wheel. As you'll notice, I have put a little bit of grip tape on there. The grips that are on the wheel are absolutely fine, they do the job, but I found that they're a little bit thinner than what I would like, and particularly around the thumb area, they kind of became a little bit fatiguing after a while, so adding a little bit of grip tape just increased the comfort level for me. In terms of pedals, I'm currently using the SimJack UTs, which I picked these up used on Facebook Marketplace for an absolute bargain, and they're already a bargain anyway. Obviously they're based on a very popular design by Husingveld. They're fantastic pedals, they're very smooth. I've customized them a little bit to my liking just in terms of the throw of the pedal, and I am using them on the yellow elastomer, which I can't remember exactly what the strength of this elastomer is, but for me it has a nice spongy initial feel for the first stage of the brake pedal, and then it firms up nicely towards the latter stage of the brake pedal. I've been using these for probably about 8 or 9 months now, and they've been honestly flawless. They did come with a pedal plate, which unfortunately was not compatible with the Playseat Trophy, which was deeply frustrating, but I managed to find a workaround to accommodate the heel plate, which is great, because otherwise they are just a little bit tall. So if you are going to pick up this style pedal, do consider getting a heel plate, because it does help with a little bit of that comfort. And if we continue moving up from there, I currently use a single screen, which is an LG QNED 50-inch 120Hz TV, which is honestly brilliant. I was originally just using the monitor that I have on my desk, which is a 3440 by 1440 ultra-wide monitor, but I wanted more of a dedicated space with its own dedicated screen that I could just quite easily jump in and out of the rig without having to mess around with the layout of my desk. The reason for this, I work from home full time, and having a dedicated desk space where I can just jump on, do the work that I need to do through the week, and race after work just made life that little bit easier. In terms of audio, I have a HyperX QuadCast, which I picked up quite a long time ago when it first came out to use as part of my work setup. It's definitely not the best microphone, it's not the worst. It's a far sight better than the headset microphone I was using for a couple of my videos. That was another HyperX, which is part of the HyperX Cloud Alpha wireless headset that I use. That sounds absolutely shocking. Obviously, headset mic are not the best. However, that one to me just sounds particularly bad. The other microphone that I use, which I'm recording on right now, is the Fifne K688 microphone, which it's an absolutely fantastic microphone and definitely a lot better than the HyperX in my opinion. Whether it does enough to offset the dulcet tones of my northern voice is up to you guys to decide. No SimRacing setup is complete without one of these bad boys. This is a product that needs no introduction. Every sim racer who races on PC worth their salt will know exactly what this is, and if you don't know, get to know. And then for the PC, I have a self-built small form factor 5070 Ti with a Intel 14600K and some variation of RAM, which I'm not going to get into because even thinking about RAM, given the price of RAM at the minute, is disgusting. And then last, and arguably least, there's me. I started this just for a little bit of fun, and I honestly cannot believe the amount of growth that this channel's seen in such a short space of time. So thank you all very, very much for your support. It really does mean a lot to me. I've always enjoyed watching videos of other people's setups, but I never really thought about doing my own until now. I just never figured that people would be that interested. But I figured that doing this video now would be fun just for my own benefit, to be honest, to look back in a year's time if I'm still doing this and just see how things may or may not have progressed. I'm happy with the equipment that I've got, with the possible exception of the rig, letting the setup down the most at the moment. It's not bad by any means, but it's definitely not the best. And honestly, if you've been thinking about starting sim racing for a while, but you're concerned that you don't have the space or that you won't like it, just start small with your setup. You don't have to go big. Look on Facebook Marketplace for something like a Logitech or a used Thrustmaster. There's bound to be a lot of them. Get yourself a wheel stand or clamp to your desk if that's all you can do right now. And honestly, just get out on track and get racing. You'll never know if you like it or not if you don't try. As always, if you've enjoyed this video and you found it helpful or insightful in any way, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you want to support the channel and help me get to my next milestone of 1,000 subscribers, which, how on earth is that my next milestone? That is absolutely amazing. Then please consider hitting the subscribe button because I would be incredibly grateful of you doing so. But until next time, take it easy, keep it on the track, and I will catch you in the next one.